Just from all the leaks and rumors and the information that even OnePlus was putting out bit by bit, you probably know a good amount already about the OnePlus 7 Pro. You know that it has a new higher resolution notchless 90Hz display. You know it has dual stereo speakers, a triple camera system, an improved vibration motor, and that it's one of the first Android phones to support faster UFS 3.0 storage. But in today's video, I want to talk about some of the things that maybe you don't already know about the phone, some of them big things, and some of them just small little quirks. So we'll start off with that pop-up selfie cam. Now, if you're like me, you might be worried about having a moving part in your phone and its durability. But OnePlus says that they tested the pop-up camera over 300,000 times, and they've actually built a fair amount of software into the phone to help protect it. So if you switch back and forth between the cameras like a madman over and over, and I did this just because it looked cool, you get a little warning telling you to essentially take it easy. If you try closing it by manually stuffing the camera back inside with your finger, it automatically retracts and warns you not to do that. And if you try to open the camera while something is blocking it, it'll make this weird sound for a while. And then it just gives up, letting you know that it's blocked. But maybe the coolest thing about the selfie cam's software is its fall detection. So if the camera is open and you accidentally drop the phone, it'll automatically retract, which is pretty good, especially when you consider that, the selfie cam, when it's popped up, even if you have a case on the phone, it's gonna be exposed. So it's good that it goes back in and stays fully protected. Now, the second thing that you may not know about the OnePlus 7 Pro has to do with the camera as well. This time the camera's on the back of the phone, and it is actually a bit of bad news. And that's the fact that you can't record video using the wide angle camera. You can obviously take photos with all three lenses, but when it comes to video, at least for now, it's limited to just the main lens and the telephoto lens. So if you're thinking about using this thing like a little GoPro, yeah, that's not gonna happen. The third thing that you may not know about the phone is a small one, literally in the new SIM tray. Compared to the OnePlus 6T before it, this new SIM tray is tiny. It's still dual SIM, the tray has a slot on each side of the phone for a different SIM card, and from the looks of it, it seems like there's a larger seal around the tray for water resistance. I know that OnePlus didn't have this phone officially IP rated, but this at least is a good sign. So the fourth thing that you may not know about the OnePlus 7 Pro is that while it has the same USB-C port as the 6T, in terms of raw data transfer speed, the OnePlus 7 is way faster with USB 3.1 compared to USB 2.0 on the 6T. Alright, the fifth thing that you may not know is a new software feature that OnePlus implemented into the 7 Pro called Zen Mode. Enabling this mode basically disables your phone for 20 minutes at a time, so you can focus on whatever it is that you're doing without your phone distracting you. Now, while this may sound a lot like screen time or like digital well-being, it's not, because you literally can't disable it once it's started. There's no home button, there's no back button you can press, and I thought for sure that if I restarted the phone, it would go back to normal, but nope, it still doesn't work. So I like it. I mean, when you turn on Zen Mode, it's a real commitment not to use your phone, letting you have date night or whatever it is, and allowing you to reclaim some of your attention, at least for 20 minutes without any temptation at all. Okay, the sixth thing that you may not know about the OnePlus 7 Pro is its fingerprint scanner is a lot better than it was before on the 6T. Not just because of the 3-element lens and the larger sensor compared to that phone, but also because of the new algorithms that do an even better job of learning your fingerprint, so it works faster and more accurately. Now, usually you can't really show the progress these types of algorithms make on a phone, but with the fingerprint scanner, you actually can. So here, I registered a fresh scan of my finger, and while it works when I use it just right, when I turn my finger over to the edge, it doesn't work no matter how many times I try. But as I unlock the phone successfully with that finger over and over, the phone's algorithm learns more about my finger and slowly but surely starts adding it to the database, eventually getting to the point where that same sideways unlock that I was trying earlier works nearly every time. This means that you don't have to go into the settings and register that same finger multiple times in an attempt to improve accuracy. At first, the fingerprint scanner is not going to be that great, but the more you use it, the better it gets. I literally hated the fingerprint scanner when I first started using this phone, but now that I've used it for a while, now that I've trained it, it's improved to the point where it's no longer an issue. It actually works pretty damn well. And while I still prefer the old style of fingerprint scanner, like the one on the Pixel, the scanner is no longer a deal breaker for me. Moving on, the seventh thing that you may not know has to do with those curved edges on the phone. No, there's no edge panel like on the Galaxy phones, and no, I'm not the biggest fan of curved edge displays. But OnePlus did add a nice little animation when you receive a notification. It's a small little quirk for sure, but it's something that does add a bit of value when the phone is just sitting off to the side and you get a notification. And finally, the eighth thing that you may not know about the OnePlus 7 Pro is it has a new cooling system that OnePlus is calling 10-layer liquid cooling, which is supposed to keep the phone running strong even after long gaming sessions. Now, from my experience with the phone, with the dual speakers and the 90Hz display, the phone definitely still gets hot, but more importantly, it hasn't led to the processor overheating to the point where there's thermal throttling. Of course, we'll learn a lot more about the phone's performance once we do our speed test, but that's pretty much it for me in this video. I do have my review of the phone coming soon, along with the speed test and the battery test once the phones become publicly available. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out on those. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video. I was trying to give you guys some different coverage compared to what you're probably seeing in your feed. Thumbs down if you didn't like the video, it still helps me get better. And I'll see you in the very next episode.